If you're buying Upwork Connects every month but barely getting any interviews, I hate to break it to you, but your profile is the problem. But don't worry, because today I'm going to be showing you some flaws that may be hiding on your profile and hindering you from getting those clients. And if that wasn't enough, I'll also show you an AI strategy I've been using to write profile and proposal copy so you can stop wasting money and start getting clients. Let's get into it. This is a fellow Portuguese guy, Fernando, and he does logos and branding design, which pretty cool. But I'm gonna roast his profile a little bit. I can tell already. So first things first, he's not verified. So, Fernando, if you're watching this, verify yourself to add that extra credibility. And also, one thing I'm noticing is here, I'm going to pull up my profile as always. I'm sorry. It's just good to use it as an example because it's complete. So here you can see there's the specialized profiles, and you can actually create up to 2 specialized profiles. I typically recommend to do at least 1, but ideally 2. There's one for logo design. So here's your first specialized profile, and branding, brand identity design, or brand strategy. I would probably say brand identity is more the design side. First of all, you should complete your main profile and then duplicate it, because when you go to create a specialized profile, it'll give you the option to start from scratch, create a blank new profile, or to copy exactly what you have in your main one and duplicate that. I do the second option. I copy exactly what's in my main profile, and then I tweak it so it's centered around that specific service. My example, I do social media and video work. So you can see those are the specialized profiles I have. In my main profile, I speak generally about what I do, what motivates me, that kind of stuff. And then in the specialized ones, I go a bit more in depth into each of those services. That being said, starting up on your main profile, logos and branding design, I don't think that's bad, but I would say probably I would put something like logo and branding for, and then insert the type of client you typically like to work with. So logo and branding design for SaaS products, or for, I don't know, dentists, or whatever it is that you typically work with. And by the way, you seem to have much more experience than the $10 an hour. I understand if you're just starting out, which I think you are, having a lower rate. I mean, I started at 5, so I'm no one to talk, but I would probably put at least 15 and then maybe bid lower than your profile rate if you want to get that first beta client. So you say, I'm a graphic designer with several years experience in identity design and graphic design. I have a graduation. I think this should be I have a degree, although I probably wouldn't say that. You can see it clearly here, and you can also clearly see that you're a graphic designer. So honestly, I would delete this and I would start with something more catchy. Here I have, let's make social media fun, shall we? And that's my specialized profile. And the video editing, I say, are you looking to create video content for your brand? So I like to start with a question or like some thought provoking thing. Think about the beginning of TikToks that makes you want to watch the rest. You want to catch their attention because there's a lot to scroll through on Upwork when it comes to freelancers. There's a lot of us. And that's not to say that it's oversaturated. I don't believe in that because there's a lot of crap out there, unfortunately. But yeah, you do need to stand out from the crowd. And that's a good first step, in my opinion. All right. So those are essentially some of the foundational flaws that I typically see on a lot of Upwork profiles, not just Fernando's. But the point is, these are making you spend a lot more money than you should on Connect. And none of us wants that. That being said, there is one thing, one piece of copy actually, that you can tweak to make all that go away. And for that, we're going to be talking about AI. Now, I know what you may be thinking. AI copy sometimes can feel lazy, it's generic, and you'd be 100% right. I feel that way too. But I ended up coming up with this kind of two-step prompt that you can give AI to help you in writing your profile copy. So it's still you, but you get some help. Now, let me show you what I mean. My favorite way to use AI is I like to speak verbally to the AI because I feel like that way I just word vomit all my thoughts like as raw as they can be. And then I have it make sense of it for a specific purpose. So here, I would probably just say everything you want to say, everything you have here, but then ask AI, put yourself in the shoes of my ideal client, pull whatever makes sense for the client, and delete anything that doesn't make sense. Ask it to start with the best part, start with the hook. If you want to give AI an example, you can give it my profile, or I'm not saying mine is perfect or the best. So you can also go here and search for talent, say logo branding, and search for like top rated plus highest hourly rate freelancer, job success, 90 and up, earned amount, 10K and up, max all the features. And then just have a look at some of these, maybe ask AI to find a common thread amongst them. The key thing here is I'm not saying to ask AI to write the entire profile for you. I'm saying give it examples of the people that are succeeding in your industry and then word everything you think you want to say in your profile and have it edit to fit what you want it to do, if that makes sense. Just one last thing. I think if possible, you would want to have a video. If you're not comfortable on camera and whatnot, you could make some animated mock-ups. I know you have a lot of examples here of your work, which is great. So you can maybe do some sort of thing with that. On your skills, this is something I've said before, but I'm going to say it again for whoever hasn't been here before. Once you create the specialized profiles, one of the best things about them is on your main profile, you can only add up to 15 skills. So here's mine. But if you see on my, let's say, social media marketing profile, you can add endless. And this may look a bit crazy, but honestly, most clients won't get this far. The benefit of that is whenever a client posts a job and is looking for freelancers, they will like this freelancer matches 3 out of the 10 skills you mentioned in your job. And the most skills you have, the better rating you'll have. You have employment history, you have other experiences. Also, another thing, I'm not sure if your profile counts as 100% complete. If you go to your homepage, your dashboard, whatever, you want this to be at 100 before you do anything, before you apply to any jobs or before you continue applying to jobs. And you do want to do all these tweaks that I just talked to you about before you move on, because even if you send the best proposals in the world, if you have a bad profile and the client clicks through to see more about you, that's the end of the road there. I've been collecting some of your guys' profiles that people have sent me, mostly on Instagram. That's just the best way to send those to me. So if you're watching this now and you want to have your photo reviewed, my Instagram should be in the description, but it's the same username as here on YouTube. So pretty straightforward. So yeah, let's get started.